How much do you know about addiction? How informed are you? Do you realize that opioids change the brain? We travel all over the United States talking to experts and about addiction. These are some of the things that people enjoy on a daily basis. When you're struggling, when you're battling addiction, these are the things that you cannot enjoy any longer. This outfit makes me feel like a warrior, and warrior is something you have to be when you're battling addiction. We travel all over the United States. We're in Manhattan, Kansas, and next stop is Coat Pittsburgh Center. It's one of the addiction treatment facilities, and we'll see you there.
There is zero distinction between who can become an addict and who cannot. For example, the fastest growing number of opiate addictions deaths are from adults aged 55 to 64.
It's really important to help the people that we work with understand that they're still important, that they're still special, that things happen, that they still deserve good things. You know?
Yeah, and that they're going to run into difficulty going back into their families and their communities. While you're here, you just dissect your life and you look at so many things.
These medications are used properly by the patient. They can alleviate cravings in their systems, but also block any usage of outside opiates, whether it's painkillers or heroin, and block the receptors in the brain from releasing the dopamine to provide a reward system. So if they were to use while on this medication, they'll get no effect from it. They will not get high, and it starts to very quickly train the brain that there's no need to do this any longer.
A very close person in my life that actually started on pain medication and ended up hooked on heroin. Mm-hmm. So, and it's still fighting that today.
Like me personally, I had 2 back surgeries failed, and I started pain medications. I didn't get to heroin. I was lucky enough to meet the right person who helped me through it.
If I have a patient and their medical problem is high blood pressure, high cholesterol, and diabetes, right? There's
behavioral things that got them into the dis-ease state of high blood pressure, high cholesterol, or diabetes. Those medicines in and of themselves change the body's chemistry, change the body's physiology. But what ends up happening for those people, the food they're eating, the exercise they're getting, the stress they're under, then those medicines won't do anything for them. So it's a similar kind of thing with any other medication. If you talk about benzodiazepine medicines or opiate medications, they have their purpose, and the individual takes them, and then maybe it helps to lessen the symptoms of whatever the medical problem that we're talking about is.
It can be just temporary fixes to something that has a more definitive solution. If they change the things that got them to where they are, then the medication is no longer required. One of the most eye-opening experiences I've had with the opioid addiction is coming into contact with a 78-year-old woman that came through the medical stabilization program I was working at previously. She had fallen and broken a hip and had her hip replacement, and then she had gotten another hip, so 2 hip replacements. And through that all, she had got prescribed up to 5,600 milligrams of opioid pain medication. One day her doctor decided that she should be okay. That was much too much. She should be all good now, and it didn't work that way. So now we have a 78-year-old opiate addict who is a wife and a grandmother and a great-grandmother who's never been on the street, so has no idea what it's like to be suffering from withdrawal. Her family didn't know how to help her. And eventually, one of her granddaughters called the 1-800 number and got her into the detoxification, and we were able to connect her with resources. The face of addiction is so varied. People always assume what addicted people look like, and just this particular patient helps to illustrate that addiction has no age range. Addiction has no race, it has no ethnicity, it has no socioeconomic background. Addiction is out there, it's real, and anybody and everybody is susceptible. And I think once people start to understand that concept and become more educated, they'll be better able to help people.
All around us, there's people that are hurting, people that are struggling with drug addiction, depression, suicidal thoughts, cutting themselves. I mean, the list goes on and on. Yeah, but the problem with this is that many times nobody even knows that this is happening. It's things that are hidden in secret. And I wrote a song a while back for a friend of mine recovering from drug addiction. And I wanted to share that song with you guys in hopes that it would bring awareness to these struggles. You see, society, it oftentimes labels people as lost causes, but really and truly, they're beautiful people. They're just broken. And hopefully, someone out there that is struggling with these things will hear this song and get the help that they need.
Blood-stained tears run down the drain. In this prison, nothing dulls the pain. Shattered in so many pieces. How can no one see it? Abandoned and left for the wind to carry her, a reflection of a hopeless soul. Wrong turns, dust trails, deep cuts that never satisfy, never satisfy. She's broken, but she's still beautiful. Her wings are torn, but soaring has begun. It may take a while to see it for herself, but she's an angel. How can no one see it?